Hello students. So in the previous lecture, I explained you about what is power sharing, and in that context, we studied about Belgium, that is a small country in Europe, wherein I explained you that how Belgium accommodated the huge diversity present in the country, and then how did it प्रैक्टिस द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ पावर शेयरिंग, किस तरह से पावर शेयरिंग को अपने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लाके बेल्जियम ने डाइवर्सिटी को एड्रेस किया एंड देयर फॉर द कंट्री फंक्शनड वेरी स्मूथली एंड स्टिल इज फंक्शनिंग वेरी स्मूथली. तो किसी भी डेमोक्रेसी को वेल फंक्शन करने के लिए उस डेमोक्रेसी में या उस कंट्री में पावर शेयरिंग का होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट केस स्टडी इज ऑफ श्रीलंका. नाउ श्रीलंका did not accommodate the diversity present in its country. किसी भी कंट्री में डाइवर्सिटी होती है, कहीं ह्यूज डाइवर्सिटी होती है, कहीं थोड़े कम लेवल पे होती है. लाइक आवर कंट्री इज ऑल्सो डाइवर्स इन नेचर. नाउ इन दैट केस श्रीलंकन गवर्नमेंट डिड नॉट help the people in accommodating the diversity, nor did they want to share the power. Okay, so now if you see 74% of people in Sri Lanka were Sinhala speakers. The 18% of the people were Tamil speakers. Now among Tamils also, these were divided into two groups. First was original or native Tamils and the second were Indian Tamils, जिनके जो forefathers हैं they came from India as plantation workers during colonial period and therefore इनको Indian Tamils कहा जाता था. And the remaining 7% were Christians. Now what was the problem was most of the Sinhala speaking people are Buddhist, and Tamil they spoke Hindu and Muslim, that is they belong to Hindu or Muslim community, so their language was also the same. And Christian, they were the speakers of both the language. Now what were the problems? What happened? The government of Sri Lanka, it did not do much in the favor of people who belonged to the other two communities, that is Tamils and Christians. Government started making rules and laws in favor of majority community. Now majority community was of course Sinhala. Now this came to be known as majoritarianism. Majoritarianism is a belief that the majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way it wants, by disregarding the wishes and needs of the minority. So majority means major, more in number, and minority means minor, that is less in number. Now if you see in our country, our constitution itself talks about cultural and educational rights. That is, herein they are specifically talking about the rights that must be given to minorities. But if you see, on the contrary, in Sri Lanka, they are explicitly favoring what? They are favoring majoritarianism. So in 1956 an act was passed. Act is passed by the parliament. An act was passed to make Sinhala the official language of Sri Lanka. A clear indication that we are favoring Sinhala speakers. Government favored Sinhala speakers in jobs and admission. That is, the government started following preferential policies that favored Sinhala applicants, the people who belong to Sinhala speakers community, for university position and government jobs. The constitution, that is, there was a new constitution which specially mentioned that the state shall protect and foster Buddhism. To foster is to promote. So in short, what were they doing? It was a explicit case of religious favor. Unlike our country is secular in nature. Government cannot favor any religion. Now because of all these, what was the impact? First, it increased the feeling of alienation in Tamils. Alien means strange. So Tamils started feeling that in our country we are aliens, because everything was being done in the favor of Sinhalas. They felt neglected because the government and major political parties favored Sinhala speakers. Of course, you could see there in the second point that government favored Sinhala speakers in jobs and admissions. Government and constitution denied the basic rights. When I talk about basic rights, I am talking about fundamental right. And if you see that basic right is a prerequisite. Prerequisite means it is needed. That is a necessity. Citizen must be given their basic right. Right to equality. That is the most basic need. Until and unless we feel that we are undergoing equal treatment, we will never feel participatory in nature. We will feel that we are not a citizen of this country. We are being treated as subject, not as citizen. So government itself and the constitution, because it was mentioned in the constitution itself, that what will government do? Government will protect and promote Buddhism and not any other religion. So people were undergoing a feeling that we are not being given our basic right, that is right to equality.